Alright then, welcome back to another day in the Japan campaign. Last time we wanted to declare war on Korea and grab these 5 provinces for ourselves. 6th one went to Urian Quad, the new vassal. Once they're completely assimilated, I can go ahead and annex the vassal. It would take about 10 years for the integration process to fully complete. Although it might end up being faster depending on stuff like... Well, I think there's an actual list where I can go ahead and find out. Choose policy regarding our vassals. Right. Vassal integration process affected by years of vassalage. Well, positive effects. Years of vassalage. Vassals of element under 100 being centralized. Vassal-related culture. Higher admin tech level. Have the vassal integration policies. One of the 3. Or all of the 3. Negatives. Vassals development over 200. Being decentralized. Vassals of a different religion. The vassal is, well, you're not a monarchy, and you yourself being a vassal nation. Should end in about 10 years. Well, we're both monarchies, so it doesn't really adjust things. I do plan on eventually integrating them directly into my country. I will be able to accept the Iroquois culture anyway, without issues. Wow, you managed to get autonomy all the way down here. It's good on you. I guess Mongolic culture does that. Communitarian family. Okay. Here, let me assist you a little bit. I'll get you a marketplace in your capital. These are the provinces where I can upgrade it. Yep. Let's go on ahead and do that here. Definitely. The upgraded universities makes me more money simply because it makes education itself a little cheaper. I have to be careful with lesser nobles though. I don't need more population in most areas. Are there any major centers of production that I haven't upgraded? Oh, they're not important. Too important. Yeah, I guess I'm missing this one. That province is way too busy. Pfizer already has it, so I'll just do these 2 provinces here. That's the correct province, right? Yep. Okay. This is the one that hardly has anything. Huh. Yeah, autonomy did. Improve just a slight amount. I figure once the runners build the communication efficiency, it will improve slightly. Yeah, definitely. Goes directly to Satsui. Yep, okay. Right. We're still integrating the provinces from Korea. Although I don't have enough admin points to actually integrate everything. That add new state alert at the top, that's from the colonization of the northern island of New Zealand. I'm not stating that because it's going to turn into a colonial nation as soon as I'm done colonizing 3 provinces. Why even bother? Thank you! That was really necessary. Too bad I can't just go to the province. So where is this province? Warkan separatists. Okay. Did Korea lose the core for this province? Joseon? Yeah, it seems like it. Gone 1854. Yeah. Near the end of the game. Sure, I keep influencing them. I'm sure they could use the points. I produce so much prestige that I don't care. Especially since the case seems to be not quite as strong anymore. I'm not entirely sure why. No, that's not efficient. Time-wise to religious unity. Still want to maintain max religious unity though. I wonder of all these, which province has the most death? This one, and this one, and then I don't really care about the others, probably this one. I don't, I'm gonna be able to hit 60 spy network that easily. The rest are small enough so that it doesn't really matter. Oh, they're looking at this. I think the Tiananmen's probably first in all counts. Would seem about right. Oh, except for diplomatic. Chinaware. Let me just check the ledger. Why not? Score comparison. Yep. Tianwen, of course. France is third, and then Egypt, then the Ottomans? Huh. Oh, I forgot to start coring stuff. Whoops. Oh well, at least core costs don't increase after, well, 30 dev. However, overextension still does. Still need to be careful. Thank you for reminding me. I definitely needed to be reminded repeatedly of this. Over and over and over again. Education level has fallen to just high. The horror. The absolute and utter horror. The burgers gain yet another province. Seriously? 2 provinces? I check it. I would like to get a little innovativeness buff. Hey, isn't that when I pick up Diplotech 51? Probably. I'll wait until the end of the month and check to see where everyone is relative to Diplotech. I wonder if I could find that in the ledger. Country, nations technologies. Ooh. Florence is the nation with the highest innovativeness. Then there's Ferrara, and then there's me. Wow, there's only 3 countries in the double digits. And 7 with innovativeness greater than 1. Interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense. There is a reason why I was spying on Ferrara. You can't spy on subject states, which Ferrara is a junior partner of Austria. As a result, I'm now spying on Florence. I'm sure they're not appreciating it, but I need something to boost my tech dev in mill science and mill tech, and they're one of the best sources of it for the time being. Just 100 ducats, I don't care. It's certainly worth it. I guess I should upgrade forts around here. Especially here, this one, the city actually is a good way to increase the size of the city. I think I've already maxed out the fort here. Isn't level 8 max? No, it's level 10 now. That's where my army tradition was going. Right, then let's upgrade the cities where sizes are still of decent importance. And I really don't think it is anymore here, but might as well. And that's the rest of my manpower. That's good. Oh, raise my trade efficiency by 2%. Wow. Back in the last tech to raise it by 2%. Next tech to raise it is tech level 56, which increases it by 1%. I wonder what the highest tech level is. Okay, I can just check and see. 60 seems to be the max from what I can tell. That maxed out at 60. Also this. Production efficiency is not affected. No idea group for level 60, I guess it's stupid. Huh. We're finished, and it's actually pretty decent. Ah. To Ika Maui. I guess that's the name that the Maori give it, this island. Although since it's a colonial nation, you will become part of kinky culture. Oh yeah, since the empire dismantled. No one is the emperor, so all the uncolonized provinces are considered the emperor. That's hilarious. I doubt this stuff is normal Kazani culture, so Kazani's been colonizing. Despite the fact it's no longer connected to these provinces. Kazani revolutionaries. Oh, 10 prestige and 10 demo tradition. That should fill out the prestige to max. I don't need that buff. It's not powerful enough for me to be interested in it. I'm not getting the stability and secularism. Not being all the way. Okay, now there. No, wait, yeah, there it is. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'll keep an eye on tech until, or at least try to keep an eye on tech until either the out of time penalty is gone, or the coring is ready, or someone decides to tech up on it, so I can still gain that innovativeness increase. Because even though innovativeness is not quite as strong as it is in the base game, because it has different buffs, I might as well grab it. I am one of the most technologically advanced societies in this game. I'm at the very lowest. I am third. I could be second or first. I don't quite remember. I could just check the ledger again. I'm gonna try to count tech levels. Okay, Bottom's doing pretty good. Oh, but definitely best in Asia. Relative to what's going on in Europe, seems to be quite a few countries that are doing decently well. Quite a bit of light green, but they're all tiny countries compared to me, except for maybe Ferrara. Ferrara has at least a decent size. Papal States, not quite as good as I am. 928. Now, 2 tech levels ahead. Definitely most advanced nation in Asia, though. By a long shot. Korea, well, Joseon is the closest to me, and in every level they're 2, 3, 4, 9 levels behind me, so. Very technologically advanced I am. I was thinking of saying something else, but then the sentence died in my head halfway out, so there's that too. Alright, keep an eye on tech. I want more leather. I have to admit, there is a few things that I miss while playing M&T. With one of the biggest being all those quality of life changes that 1.30 introduced. Like the improvement to the innovativeness alert. Where it turns red if one of the innovativeness buffs are going to disappear because someone recently researched it. Okay, tech level is back up. Yeah, well, not tech level, but education level. Self-proclaimed monarchy. Card. I'm okay with losing some of that. I'll definitely learn the legitimacy back really quickly. Yeah, not 5. 6 or 7 years. Yeah, 7 at the most. That does not include any events or anything that will bring it back up. Prestige is a bit different, but it should be fine. Yeah, I think I'll wait a little while on Meltech. Things can only improve from here when it comes to tech cost. Alright, let's continue this industrial revolution. Find some new provinces with production centers to tack on. Steam factory. The only issues with trying to stack stuff like this is that modifiers get in the way. Or well, stuff gets in the way. Not enough cash. Interesting. Requires a factory or a warehouse. Oh, so if I build a warehouse, I can just build a steam-powered factory? That's interesting. Inner and outer entry. Our warehouse district. Sure, why not? You've got a production center, so your urban goods should upgrade really quickly. And besides, the entire region could use a buff in the amount of goods they produce. In fact, the sheer increase in goods production from doing this might even allow a production center to pop up here. Since the more production is in a subcontinent, the more centers you receive. I'm not entirely sure how the effect scales. But I do think an exponential change in size sounds about right. Oh well, logarithmic, so you need more and more production power in order to gain the same increase in centers. So just because the first one needs, say, 10 production power across the entire subcontinent doesn't mean that the next one's going to require 20. It's probably going to be close to 100. But that's just the game's style. And it also, in a way, makes sense. It's also probably not to make it so that the HRE is absolutely covered in production centers. Every province a production center. Style of thing. That would be just absurd. Prison up. Province is protected by forts, so it's not going to have any actual impact other than occupy the province. Way before the month ends, the spy network in Florence has been discovered again, so it's going to decay, and my benefit from them is going to reduce. Educated ruler. Where's that modifier? My dev level has dropped to average. Wow. Alright, so I'm getting a minus 11.1% cost, so that's a reduction of about 45 points. Not yet. That's tech level 50. I definitely need to focus on fire with them. Field howitzers. I don't really have a choice with artillery. Those kind of are pretty set in stone. The spy network in Florence also doesn't affect Diplotech since we're basically at parity. Unless I decide to research it first. That would honestly be fine by me. Head here. Thanks to all the infrastructure that I put here, the shipping infrastructure. It's got a great supply limit, even in winter. And it is winter. It's perfect for having an army drill while away from the home islands. Yeah, get some prestige back. This will help get the legitimacy up a bit faster. It's honestly nothing to worry about. I just like to have it up. After a brush with civil war, I don't want to repeat that experience. It's quite lucky that I managed to avoid it. Thanks in no small part to the lesser nobles being willing to help me out with it. And I appreciate it. Now, about those privileges. Right, I should keep an eye on tech. Okay. AI tends to research at the start of the month, although this is inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Honestly, I figure the tendency to research at the start of the month is simply just a side effect of the fact that you earn those points at the start of the month. Of course, events could come along and adjust a couple things, maybe tack tasks, give you a few points, etc. And those don't necessarily come at the end of the month either, at the start of the month either. Usually about halfway through the month. Like right now, it's a little over halfway. Nice, gets me some coinage. Any other centers that I've missed? There's one here. I think there's one in here in MEIOU. That's most of my coins. Ducats. I don't think anything else is an actual production center. So I won't receive. So it's not nearly as important to get done compared to the other ones. You could use better roads. I haven't improved your road system. You could use a road system construction too. You're a pretty important harbor. But I'm out of manpower. Oh well, I've got a ton of ducats. Let's burn half the remains of my treasury on it. Right, back to keeping an eye on tech. It's honestly one of the more annoying bits about innovativeness. The need to keep your eagle eyes on it. Although, as I have said beforehand, they did fix that with the quality of life improvements in 1.30. Problem is, M&T is not planned to swap to 1.30 anytime soon. And I mean anytime soon. 3.0, for the time being, is planned to just remain at 1.28 until circumstances change, whenever that may be. Of course, this is as far as I'm aware. I occasionally read the subreddit. And I'm sure there's a lot of information that isn't up to date on there. Paganism decline. I feel like this event doesn't do anything in actuality. I've never noticed anything really changing. Gives me another province to convert, since they all seem to be about the same. We just get the fastest ones. That Dea Gratia, I think that's the name of the submod that gave M&T its religious mechanics, which seem really outdated. Give it the capability, the time to recalculate everything with religious and minorities and whatnot. M&T, the mod where you recalculate everything on a regular basis. Or, well, you don't do it, the computer does it. And it will certainly thank you for doing all those calculations over and over again. I mean, assuming that each session is an hour long, approximately. I think this is day 75, so I've done over 3 full days of M&T, and wow. I'm still not quite 90% done. Another 6 years, and I can actually say that I'm 90% done with the game. Timeline spans from 1356 to 1856. There's 1366 to 1856. It's about 500 years. I need to take a look at the start date. It runs a long time. okay. I can get the trade efficiency, trade power buff. I'm being ahead of time again. Go with trade power plus 20%. Line, please. Oh no, education level has fallen again. How sad. It's really unstable at the moment. Yeah, just 500 ducats. I earned that in a month. More than that, much more than that. Besides, even if I couldn't afford it, I'm sure the radical priest, devoted priest that the ruler personality is, will not let the thing decay. It won't die until I say it's dead. That style of thing. Trade centers are probably going to be big enough to fulfill the needs of the factories anyway. And I'm gonna do this city next. I just need to wait for the money to be collected again. I'm honestly surprised at my dev level actually reducing that to that degree. It's a bit strange. So Brutes is dealing with issues. Yep. More tax money. Woo! Warehouse district will let it grow faster. Or help it grow faster, anyway. Then it lets it import food a bit faster in greater quantities. Why not? I can't afford it. Never mind. Still could use a better road system here. Again, just to improve upon its protection capabilities. It's not actually needed for communication reasons. Roads serve more than one purpose. Then there's for communication and also for economics. Remembering that is pretty important. Lumber! Nice. Makes a good promise to build a city in. Since the buildings there will be especially cheap. Since you can just get the wood directly. I think that's the reasoning behind the trade good. And I forgot to fabricate claims. Right. Now that doesn't really impact whether or not I can declare war on them, because imperialism casts a spelling. It's so practical. Just means that quarrying is going to be even more of a hassle than it already is. Oh well. Yeah, I figured nothing too interesting would happen today. All today was making sure the country doesn't burn it down around me as I work on coring stuff. Oh well. Something quite calming about it. As well as dealing with tacking up at an effective rate. Although I certainly have more diplo points than I know what to do. Well, that's technically not true. I know exactly what I'm going to use these diplo points for soon. Oh, that's going to take another 6 years for it to be ready. It certainly will not be done today, nor will it be even started tomorrow. It will not be done today or tomorrow, and it won't be started until late tomorrow, if at all. Oh well. Okay, education level back to normal. Aha! Found a bunch of gold, I guess. You know, I think about it. Have I built? No, I've been neglecting infrastructure here. In fact, it would be smart to help out placing stuff up here anyway. Alright then. It's about time to stop here. Colonization of New Zealand is ongoing. So is integration. So is technology gain. I haven't checked on the spread of enlightenment, but as I expected, it's nothing new to report. It's not expected to arrive in China until 1817. It has reached India. You're never getting manufacturers of globalized trade. Is there even a province that has everything? Okay, globalized trade is beginning to... Well, actually, it's better from here. Globalized trade. This is as far as spread. Farthest west is Tibet, if you don't count the Americas. Otherwise, it spreads in the Caribbean. I still don't have it in all my provinces. Manufactories, similar story, except it hasn't. Okay, it's starting to reach the Caribbean. It's also Tibet's also the farthest west it has reached. Feels good to know that all of that is my fault. Anyway, save the game. Managed. Oh, if we'd done one more day, it would have been exactly 5 years. Oh well. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, bye.